today is Sunday and we decided that we would go to the Hin Bus Depot Sunday Markets and see what they're about. They are designed for local artists, entrepreneurs, small business owners, so we're really excited. Let's go!
I guess our first impressions of the market was that it's quite small but very, very cute, with lots of little boutique stalls. There's live music and a coffee van, as well as a few other, I guess, coffee places and food places, but not a lot. It's not very big.
It's pretty boutique. It didn't stop me from shopping and finding some really cool local products.
And like a lot of markets or artisan markets, things aren't necessarily the cheapest here, but they're, I would say, pretty high quality.
Yeah, I'd agree. We actually purchased quite a few different little food products to take home, and we've eaten all of them now and they were all really good.
It's definitely more of a browser market, so it's not somewhere you come every Sunday to go get your veggies or anything like that. Or it's more of a come and poke around and see what's happening on the day, and we really enjoyed it.
There's music and stuff, so there's a lot of people that can just sit, relax, enjoy a few treats and listen to the live music.
We also found outside of the markets there were little shops, and they weren't always easy to find either. You really had to poke around.
Yeah, there was a really cute pottery studio that was doing a class.
And some of the foods that were there were very, very good, very tasty. So we had these tacos, weren't they? But they were very, like one was like a Hainanese chicken rice taco,
and then I know they had like a poke bowl one. I had more like avocado and salsa.
The very high quality ingredients, very nice.
Really fresh, really delicious. These are some of the treats that we brought home that day and had later on. So they're just your cream puffs, and they had all different fillings to put inside them. I got the Thai milk tea. Nathan got a chocolate banana one, and then Luke got a chocolate vanilla one. So that's just them caramelizing the banana.
So Tess, if somebody said, should I go to the Hin Bus Depot Markets, what would you say?
Absolutely. It doesn't take long, so even if you're here for like a long weekend, coming here for like an hour or two in your morning before you go and explore everything else is definitely worth it.
I also noticed when I looked on Google at the time, it said that it opened at 11 a.m. We got there at 11 a.m. and it was clearly had been open for quite some time, so ignore Google, and there's no harm in turning up a bit early, I wouldn't say. There's also other cafes in that area if you did get there a little bit too early anyway. But I'd say it's a pretty good lunch destination actually. I'd probably go back again around lunchtime like we did.
Yeah, I think you'll have a lot more people, a bit more music, more of a vibe if you went around lunchtime.
And it was also Tess's birthday week, so I'm going to let Tess take this away.
Oh, throw me under the bus. So I turned 40, which was very exciting. And this is just our sky bar that we started with. It was all of a surprise. They're our friends Carl and Sophie that are living here. So it was just the 4 of us adults. We were kid-free. And the views from up here were amazing. So it's wet season here, but it was still just absolutely stunning. And then afterwards we went to a Blanc. So it was, I say it was a little bit of an Alice in Wonderland style restaurant. There was a little bit of food magic, but it was 10-course degustation, and we got a surprise 11th course, which was a little birthday cake, which will be coming up. But every course was immaculate and just delicious. The food was amazing, very clever, lots of fun, and the staff were really nice. They helped us pair wines, and it was just a great atmosphere. It was pretty much empty, so there was only like 2 other groups of people there that were just small. So yeah, it was just a really great destination to go to, and if you do like fine dining, then I would highly recommend this if you come to Penang. What did you think?
Well, I loved it, of course. For anyone interested, the Sky Bar is the Gravity Sky Bar, part of the G Hotel on Kellawai, and this restaurant is Restaurant Blanc in the McAllister Mansion. So it is not the cheapest restaurant in town, but if you have a special occasion like a 40th, yeah, I can't imagine being able to get much better. Then on Tess's actual birthday, on the Sunday, there was another surprise which you didn't know where we were going, and I actually booked lunch at the Eastern Oriental Hotel, which is more known as the E&O Hotel, which is quite an old hotel in Penang, but recently I think it was rated the 11th best hotel in Asia, and it has been around for a very long time.
It was stunning. The whole place is just amazing. You can kind of feel the history, but at the same time it was just beautiful and clean, and I don't know, I just loved being there.
These aren't just photos, these are people who have actually stayed here. Charlie Chaplin and Rita Hayworth, as you can see here, amongst many others. I think this is Rudyard Kipling, is it? George Orwell, a bunch of other people have stayed there. So that gives you some sense of just how old it is. And but we were off to a newer part of the hotel, to a restaurant called Sarkies. Again, all this is just on the waterfront, and yeah, there is a slight magical element too. It did seem to be in 2 sort of parts, the hotel. I think probably the original part and this newer part. And Sarkies is a sort of a buffet restaurant, and it was nice.
Yeah, the buffet was disappointing. I think all 3 of us would agree that the buffet was a bit disappointing food-wise, but the atmosphere and the staff and everything was really, really good. Luke at least enjoyed the dessert bar.
I think after Restaurant Blanc, it was very difficult for the restaurant to exceed that. But again, the location was really, really nice, and the food was okay. The food wasn't bad or anything like that. It just wasn't, I guess, the level you might expect.
Happy birthday to Tess. Happy birthday to you.
But location-wise, very hard to complain.
Yes, it was kind of embarrassing being sung happy birthday in front of an entire Sunday buffet lunch of people. But afterwards we just went for a beautiful walk along the water and enjoyed the scenery and the hotel.
We walked back towards the older part of the hotel, which we really liked, and it was pretty much deserted down this end. But you could really have this, what we would call a real Agatha Christie sort of feel. You could just picture, you could picture Rita Hayworth sitting down here and, after arriving on a boat or something.
Rocking up.
But I really liked it, and there's actually some restaurants in that section that I would definitely keen on going back to. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get in there for Tess's birthday. And then we went for a walk afterwards and found the church and the school where Tess's grandmother was married and also went to school during World War II.
Yeah, so a lot of people looking at me wouldn't notice this, but yeah, my grandma is from Penang, and so it is actually lovely being here and occasionally being able to show her some of the photos and hear her stories and her memories. It's just added a real touch of magic to being here, I think, just like this little special element to it. But we're currently on the hunt for a cafe.
Once again, we found another new cafe, which we loved and was awesome. And probably, I think, the first time we've had a filter coffee in a wine glass, but
it was amazing. Like, it really added a different element. So Nathan thought that it was a bit of a gimmick at first, but yeah, it's actually amazing. You can really smell it.
And then that evening it was off to Carl and Sophie's for her 3rd birthday cake.
Had a lot of cake since coming to Penang. No, it was a really great night. It was nice to then just like have this chilled out family time with some really great friends, a couple of drinks, beautiful views.
And so just finishing off this video with another sunset view on the temple on the mountain over there from the Sky Bar. And then finally, just to totally finish it off, we saw about 6 or 7 monkeys just jumping through the trees from our balcony, which was great for Tess.
Yep, that was the perfect way to have a birthday.
We'll see you next week.